Hey, friends and fam. Today, I want to talk about something that may be triggering for some individuals. So please, I just want to throw that out there. I hope that this doesn't offend you. And if it does, that just means that you may need to start working on some of the things that I am going to talk about. All I really want to do, my main point of talking about my topic today, is to one, bring awareness, and then to two, to stir it up inside of you to start taking action today. So hear me out. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, please put them below and I'll help you out. But I really want to take this time to bring up a topic that's a very sensitive topic, but I also want you to look internally inside of you today and say, what can I do? From the things that Mikal is saying, the things that I'm learning from her right now, what can I do to change my life? So here's what I want to say. Your American life is killing you. So the problem with our lifestyle is in America, as an American, is that we just want to be comfortable. We don't like discomfort, and we don't have a lot of patience. We are a very addictive country. Addictive meaning to say we are addicted to a lot of drugs, a lot of drugs, but even our food, even the ingredients in our food are very addictive. So what I'm trying to say here is your American lifestyle is killing you. The standard American diet, which it's so funny, it's sad, is killing you. So just hear me out here. Sugar can be considered more deadly than opioid drug addiction. So sugar is infamous in the American diet. It's sprinkled in there. And a lot of you don't read labels, because if you look at labels, it actually says added sugar. The FDA very recently, in just a few years back, they actually mandated that companies have to put in the added sugar in their ingredient labels, nutrition labels, because people were unaware. One of the reasons why we had such a huge spike in diabetes is because they were unaware of these added sugars. Something may look good in the front of the label, but when you look at your nutrition label, it may say added sugar 48 grams. That's horrible. That is horrible. But if you're not taking into account of these things, you're actually causing yourself to get all of the metabolic diseases that you don't want. And your standard American diet of drinking all of these high sugary foods, high sugar drinks, it's killing you from the inside out. So don't blame it on your genetics. You have to look at yourself, and you have to look at the choices that you've made, which is where you're at right now. So, like I said, sugar has been infamous in our American diet. It's been leading to a severe rise in what I said earlier, type 2 diabetes. Now, take this into consideration here. Opioids kill over 100 people a day. However, if you take type 2 diabetes alone, which kills at least twice as many Americans as opioid overdoses on any given day, how does that make you feel? That is very alarming. And that, for me, stirs up inside of me to think, I need to work on my diet. I need to work on what I eat. I need to read labels. I need to be more mindful of what I eat. So what we eat in America is our biggest risk factor for diseases, disability, and even death. Our biggest risk factor, again, for these diseases that your family members may have are the choices that you make. We may be living longer as Americans. We may be living longer, but it doesn't actually mean that we're living in good health as we age. Morbidity and chronic disability and diseases now account for nearly half of the health burden in the United States. A lot of amputees are not because of war or injury because of an accident. It's because of diabetes. Diseases and injuries within the largest number of years of life are lost due to early death, ischemic heart disease, lung cancer, stroke, COPD. those things alone, if you put it into one category, the biggest overarching theme is lifestyle choices. America is not keeping up to pace, up with other countries in terms of health. We spend so much money on healthcare costs than any other country alone. And a lot of the diseases that are being paid for, taken care of from our insurance company is because of metabolic diseases that could have been prevented from our diet alone. So again, let's get back to the main topic. The main enemy that we have as an American is your lifestyle choice. And it starts with what you eat. So I read a lot of medical journals, and this is one thing that I found. This was published in 2010, but I'm sorry, this was published in 2021, and they looked at the 10-year factors for dietary factors in the 10-year lifespan for certain Americans. And they found that these are the 14 key components of the American diet and their risk and relationship to increasing disease, disability, and death. So this is what they found in that research. They found that the most damaging dietary risks in the US diets are these things: low in fruits, low in nuts and seeds, high in sodium, high in processed meats, low in vegetables, high in trans fats, low in omega-3 fatty acids, low in whole grains, low in fiber, high in sugar sweetened beverages, low in polyunsaturated fats. And so this was in the this was in JMA. So from those 14 factors, which one of those do you feel like you actually have in your diet every single day? Are you low in fiber? Are you low in whole grains? Are you taking a lot of high sweetened beverages? Are you low in polyunsaturated fatty acids? Are you high in sodium? Are you low in vegetables? Just the plain salads that a lot of Americans complain about because it's just greens. Is that something that you're low in? So it's really important that you get the big picture here, that when you incorporate these things in your diet, you are making an effort to change your future. Just imagine that if a nation, we started to change our diet, we would decrease the deaths. We would also increase our lifespan, but have better, healthier years in your 70s and 80s. You're not taking medication. You're not complaining so much about aches and pains, but you are still able to enjoy life. Just making small changes in your diets will make a huge difference in your future. What can you do today that you can increase your vegetables, increase your fruits, decrease the sugary sweets? Small steps make huge, better outcomes in your future. It doesn't have to be 10 years down the road, but it could be today. You can start making these dietary changes and you can see the effects within a week or a month from now. It all takes just the ability to be, one, self-aware of where you're at, meaning to say, okay, I have high blood pressure, I have high blood sugar. What can I do about it? Or even if you don't have those things, but if you can look at your family history, and if you can look at how you're feeling on a day-to-day basis, you can start making changes with your diet. You can start making these wise choices and see a difference in your future. Your genetics does not determine your future. It's your lifestyle. It's your lifestyle. Maybe you're low in nuts and seeds. Increase some peanuts, increase some almonds, put that over your salads. Maybe you're low in vegetables. Incorporate that into your diet during the week. Be intentional with your health because God has only given you one life to live. So be intentional in stewarding your diet better. Remember, the standard American diet is actually really sad. And we don't want to have this continue on years down the road. So I personally have made changes. Chris has made changes. What about you? Why don't you take time today to look into the food that you've been eating and see where you can start making changes? Small steps lead to big wins. All right, guys. If you have any questions, if you'd like to get started on a new, healthy, transformed life, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help you attain your goal so that you can live a healthy, fuller life that God has always wanted you to have and that you can have just by making small choices today. So if you want to get started with one-on-one nutrition coaching virtually online, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to do that with you. If you want to combine your exercise and nutrition together, we have that for you as well. You can message us at info@isifit2717.com, or you can reach out to us at 813-370-9522, or comment below. Say, I'm ready, or message us and say, hey, how can I get started? We're here for you. All right, guys, as iron sharpens iron, we always like to say, make moves, not excuses.